The worst betrayal of my life didn't come from a stranger, it came from my own sister. I walked into my living room one evening and saw my husband sitting very close to her on the couch. My sister stole my husband. But she didn't know my secret. The way they looked at each other told me everything I needed to know, but what neither of them knew was that I had a secret that would change their lives forever. My sister Ada had always been very close to my husband. At first, I thought nothing of it. She visited often, laughed at all his jokes, and sometimes even defended him when we argued, but then I started noticing little things, late-night phone calls, secret smiles between them, and the way they suddenly stopped talking whenever I walked into the room. Still, I convinced myself I was overthinking. After all, she was my sister.
I'm sorry that I'm doing this to you, sis, but I'm in love with your
One
husband and I
afternoon,
have no
I
choice.
came home earlier than usual. The house was quiet, but I heard voices coming from the bedroom. When I opened the door, my whole world shattered. My sister and my husband were standing there together. Too close. Looking guilty, neither of them said a word. That silence told me everything.
I can't believe you really thought you could keep him, girl. He deserves happiness, and I'm happy to give it to him. I couldn't believe my eyes. My own sister, sitting so close to Daniel.
Within weeks, my marriage collapsed. My husband moved out, and my sister stopped answering my calls. Then, just 6 months later, I received the most shocking news. They were getting married, yes. My own sister was marrying the man who had once promised to love me forever, but while everyone thought I was heartbroken, they didn't know something important.
You thought you had won, that my life was over, but you didn't know the truth. Every move Daniel made, every plan he thought he controlled, was mine.
Before our divorce, my husband had begged me to invest money with him in a business. What he didn't realize was that the investment was made in my name only. Legally, the company belonged to me. So when the business suddenly started making huge profits, the money didn't go to him, it came directly to me. The day my sister married him, they celebrated like they had won. But a few months later, reality hit them. The business they thought would make them rich was never his to begin with. Sometimes betrayal feels like the end of the world.
I never wanted
but in
it to
my
end
case,
like this. I didn't
it
know.
turned out to be the beginning of my best life. Now tell me, if you were in my situation, what would you have done?
Team.
Good morning.
Forgive them,
Your team, ma'am.
or walk
Thank you.
away forever. If you enjoyed this story, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to the Unfiltered Stories and Lifestyle, where feelings are raw and real life unfolds one story at a time. Bye-bye.